You're probably familiar with these 3 R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle, but we're not talking about that today. Let's talk about the 3 R's of sound design: record, resample, and recontextualize. The concept is very simple. Hunt for samples, record them, resample them, and put them in a different context. Our brains are wired to look for patterns, so while this might not sound like anything special, when you put it where the snare is usually placed, the listener's brain will be tricked into believing it's a snare. Music is not real anyway, so you might as well experiment. This is just a very simple example of our starting point. I'm using a very basic chain here and some automation to get a whole variety of sounds that you could later on chop and use in your tracks. Now the whole process could be made easier with VSTs like Infiltrator, but we're staying within the realm of free plugins today. Time for sample hunting. I like all sorts of snappy and mechanical sounds, so this should work well. Now the next step is to load it up into Granulizer and adjust the settings a bit. I'm automating the randomize option to get some more variety. The next step is the transient processor. Set the sharpest shape and experiment with the attack and release settings. I couldn't decide on the release one, so I just left it to the fate of the automation pattern. Now the next step is the pitch shifter. I just automate the pitch slider and set it up more or less randomly. Here's Morph from the Spectral Suite bundle. I just use it on and off to add some randomness to the shape of our sample. Next up is 2Tape 7 with the bias set pretty low and loads of flutter to give it some grit. I'm automating the wet dry signal just for texture. And the effects chain is closed by the good old trusted Spectral Sand. The next step is to record everything. I always do one general take with everything set up the way it is now, one that sounds a bit more like hi-hats, with the pitch shift set up higher and a high pass. And one for kicks with a different EQ setting. I usually just grab random sounds for snares, so there's no need for another one in my case. So here's what it sounds like so far. Now I'm going to chop them up and find something I could work with. Here's what I thought sounded decent. And now it's time to put it to some good use. And there we have it. Now it's time for a special announcement. I've just started a new channel where I'll be posting the music I make. The links are in the description and the pinned comment. Thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.